Hey guys, this is a pick a card reading on what is the tea dash gossip about me, because all these people seem to know all this information about you, or they claim to know it, but is it true? We'll never really know. But well, obviously you know if it's true or not, but this is just for you to find out what people are talking about regarding you. You can determine if that's true or not. I'm just the messenger. So pile number one, we have the cream. Pile number two, we have the deodorant. And pile number three, we have the mask. So pile number one is the deodorant. I'm not showing no labels, guys, because let me tell you something. I'm not getting in trouble by YouTube. I told you, look, this in the last video. Pile number two is the deodorant. And pile number three is the mask. Okay. I'm going to go to pile number one. This is if you chose cream. So I feel like certain gossip about you guys is you guys are looking after yourself a bit better than you was previously. So that's what some people are saying. Some people are saying you focus. Okay, we got some people saying that you focus too much on your looks. So for some of you, it's a thing where you wasn't focusing much on your looks or taking care of yourself, and now you're taking care of yourself a lot more. And people are talking about that. And or, no, it's not and or, it's literally or. You're someone that just constantly makes sure you look good, you smell good, you feel good, and that literally is the gossip. But I think it also can be taken in a bad way. This is for those that don't really. This is for those that constantly look after themselves. Obviously, people are just like, oh, pile number one, they're just very trivial. They're very superficial. They only really care about, the way they look. They don't really have any depth to them. That sounds like a hater, but obviously that's one message out there for you guys. People could be saying you have a very bubbly personality, because obviously the cream's pink, and I get that from, obviously that's the crown chakra, but is in terms of personality, anyone that kind of likes pink or gravitates to pink, they usually have quite harmonious, loving, caring energy, and that may be a rumor about you, which is good, really. It's not really bad. You have to bear in mind this is like a group of people, so there'll be positive messages, there'll be negative messages. Some of you, I'm hearing people are saying you're trying too hard to fit in. Like you really want the public's approval, or a group of people's approval. So you might feel like, no, I don't. What the hell? Like, that is not me. But some people, apparently, the way you've come across, that's how they feel. If you're someone that gets along with people quite well, they're basically saying you're just a people pleaser. That's why you get along with people. People don't actually like you for you. You're just basically adapting yourself for other people. Sounds like a hater. But if you do feel like you kind of do that, then people are noticing. I'm just saying. If you're a woman, they're saying you're very, very beautiful. If you're a man, they're saying you're very handsome. Some of you, they're saying you find it hard to cut connections with people. So there's certain relationships that you kind of should have just said, nope, I'm done, it's over. But you kind of give people second chances, and you kind of like to not dwell too much on the past. You kind of want to move forward, because you're not someone that likes to think negative or anything like that. So when people are like, oh, can you give me a second chance, you're kind of like, okay, cool, but let's not do that behavior again. And then they tend to do the same behavior again after you told them not to do it again. And obviously people on the outside are seeing this, and they're like, so partner one's just putting up with toxicity. Oh, it's a bit awkward. But whether that's true or not, that's the tea that's going on about you. What's tea going on for pile number one? Okay, yep. So 3 of Pentacles. So there's some tea, as I said, that you guys get along with everyone. You guys have the personality where you can get along with people quite well. Also, in terms of like your community, I feel like majority of them speak well about you. Um, a lot of people saying you know how to get money. Um, People saying you have links that give you the opportunity to make more money. So you know, some people, they want to make money and they don't really have the connections to do so. They're saying you do. Oh, some of you, they're saying that people give you money. Okay, people give you money. You're able to get money from people, maybe because you sweet talk them, or you just have a good relationship with them. Some of you, if you know you got your money because you work hard, people are basically saying it's because of who you know why you got that. So that sounds like a hater to me, but they're literally saying you wouldn't have accumulated the amount of money you got had you have not known certain people. So that's the tea. Um, some of you, small percentage of you, some people know that you're in a third party situation. So some people, they know that, you know, that maybe you're in a romantic third party situation where you're the side chick or you're the side guy or you're the main, whether you're the side chick, side guy, main chick, main guy. Some people saying you're in a third party situation. Um, if you know you're not in a third party situation and you know that you're not in a relationship or anything like that, when it comes to again, as I said previously, when it comes to business deals, it's lit or you elevating when it comes to your career. People aren't giving you credit for it. They're saying this because of people you know as to why you got there. Okay. Or the help you got. Ace of Cups reversed. For those of you that are in a third party situation, people are kind of saying how you're still talking to this person and they don't like you. That was rude. I did not mean to offend anyone. But for some of you, it's a situation where you're in a third party situation with someone and people in the outside are like, can pound number one not see that this person doesn't like them? If they liked you, you wouldn't be in a third party situation. Like, that's how some people are feeling. For those of you where it's not a romantic third party and it's platonic or business wise, people feel like you don't really like the people that you're doing business with. So if we're going to talk about business, if you guys have have elevated in your career because of a person, people are saying how you don't really like that person, you just use them to get where you need to get to. And for some of you, when it comes to your friendships, people are like, you portray that you're a loving, caring person, but you're not really. Okay, you got some haters. Yeah, so there's some people that think that, I personally feel that you guys actually are loving and caring because that's the vibe I got from the item you chose. But people on the outside are kind of like, it's fake, guys, it's fake. Part number one's not really like that. It's just a facade. They don't even like the people that they claim they get along with. They're just using them. Whether it's romantic or business wise or platonic, people are saying you use the people that you're around and you get far with the facade of a caring nature, basically. Haters. Ten of Swords. Okay, so there's someone out there that you have ended a connection with, and they're basically upset about it. They're upset that you did that to them. I'm really getting third party. So if this is a third party situation, where it's romantic, this person kind of feels like you ended the connection over something trivial. So this person's kind of toxic. Like, I feel like they may have put you in a third party situation, and you basically said, you know what, you keep doing this to me, and I'm not having it anymore. So yeah, we're not talking no more. Like, it's done now. I can't keep doing this. And for some of you, maybe this person hasn't done it often, but they've probably done So they probably have shown some red flag behavior, and then this third party now being introduced into the equation, just a cherry on top. So you was just like, nah, like I'm done now. Like, you've actually violated by bringing another person into this. Now, like, it's done. And that's the gossip. That's the tea. And this person that you've basically dropped because obviously they wasn't faithful, they're basically saying how you never really loved them in the first place. That's why it was so easy for you to cut them off. And how the third party wasn't even that big of a deal. Like, they're even telling people how the third party, it wasn't even deep. It's not even as deep as pile number one's making it out to be. I never cheated on them. I never disrespected them like that. Like, they're making out. So yeah, this person's just going around telling people how you made it into a big deal, and you never really liked them in the first place, and this is just an excuse to stop talking to them. Some of you, it's not to do with a third party. Some of you is a situation where people have kind of seen that you've been betrayed, you've been hurt, but even though you're someone that's been hurt, and people have betrayed you and they've been talking behind your back, you're kind of like, okay, that's not going to stop me from being a loving person. I'm still going to do what I need to do, and I'm still going to succeed. No one's going to stop me from doing that. So yeah, cool, kudos, like, cool to everyone that, disrespected me. That's fine, whatever, I don't care about you lot. I'm going to do what I need to do. And that is also the tea about you. So I mean, that one's good. Yeah, but this, if you was in a third party situation, be it romantic or platonic, the person that you dropped or hurt you, they're upset that you're just not that interested anymore. And I think it's because you guys have constantly been very, loving and caring to this person, and then now they've taken the mickey too many times, and now you guys are kind of like, yeah, I'm over it. I'm done. Like, how many times do you want me to forgive you? Like, you're taking the piss. So yeah. Pile number one. What's the tea about on you? It wasn't supposed to shuffle it that way. Pile number one. What's the tea on you? Bet. 5 of Swords. So people are kind of saying there's tension. Okay. A lot of you you've either cut off numerous people or like one person in particular, but people are kind of saying how you're very strategic with the way you move now. So before it was kind of like naive and loving and giving everyone a second chance, and now you're just kind of like, no, I'm not doing that no more. I'm not doing it no more. We don't need to talk. Like, it's fine, it's cool. I'm not putting up with this. You guys have kind of, I wouldn't say you've switched, but you've kind of put your boundaries up a lot more. And people are kind of like, they're saying, you're creating unnecessary tension. I don't think you guys are creating unnecessary tension. I personally believe that you guys are putting boundaries up to people that keep disrespecting you. But there's people out there that are saying that you think that you're smart, you think that you're better than me or the people that you've cut off, and you're just being a bit off and weird. But no, you guys are putting boundaries up because these people have taken the mickey out of you, like, literally. So that is actually the tea about you. Basically, because you've kind of altered your personality a bit now, because you've put up boundaries, people don't know how to deal with you now. So you see how you was a bit naive before. I know that's kind of rude to say, but that's how people saw you. It is what it is. They're kind of like, I don't know how to deal with pile number one anymore, because they're not behaving how they normally behave, where I can kind of manipulate the situation. I can't manipulate the situation if I can't predict what pile number one's going to do now. So they're pretty much like, with pile number one, I don't know. They basically don't know how to, it's like, control you, because you're just not having it anymore. They're basically saying you don't tell your business now. If you do tell your business, it's about your your career success regarding that area. But when it comes to your love life or anything personal, you're not telling no one your business. You're like, nah, man, I'm not telling you lot my business. No, that's not your business. So you lot can try and, have one up on me. No, you're not going to do that. If I tell you about my work life, which is going very well, or my uni life, or my, college life that's going very well, then what can you really say about that? You can't say nothing. But there's no way I'm going to tell you about my love life or anything like that. Like, it's not you lot's business. You lot just want to know my business. I don't tell you about my family life. No. So you guys are a bit more guarded when it comes to your business, and people are just like, okay, like, since when? Because I thought pile number one was an open book. They're not open book no more. They won't accept that you've evolved, and they just think that you're pretending to be someone you're not, when no, I think you guys have been hurt a lot, so you're just like, no, I'm not having it no more. I'm not having it no more. So yeah. At the bottom of the deck, you got Two of Pentacles. So people are saying that, okay, I feel like you lot are doing a lot when it comes to your career, when it comes to work, when it comes to education. You guys are tackling a lot of duties. It could even be within your household. You're doing a lot of things. Some of you are like fixing your home. Some of you are building things, like you're building for your future. You're literally building like a house or something. And people kind of like, Plan number two is doing a lot. I think maybe before you lot always had time for people, so you never really had time to focus on your career as much as you do now. So now that people have kind of betrayed you, you're kind of like, yeah, okay, I'm just going to focus on my career now, because people, they obviously don't respect me. So I'm going to focus on that area. Now that you're focusing on that area, people are kind of like, okay, I don't know who plan number one think they are. I don't know who they think they are, but okay, I don't know what this new attitude is. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use Oracle deck for more information. What's the tea on pile number one? What's the tea on pile number one? The tea on pile number one. Voodoo and blue, back off. You guys aren't having it. You guys are like, go away. Some of you actually have said go away. Like, someone's actually tried to speak to you again after they've disrespected you. You guys have said go away. Don't talk to me again. How dare you think you can talk to me again? You're violating. Like, you guys have actually said don't speak to me again. Some of you haven't been so vocal, but you've just kind of taken a step back from certain people. They can tell without you even having to say anything that you've said F off. You've said back off. You've said back off. No, I don't want to talk to you no more. You guys have just had it. You guys have had it, because it's just a constant thing of people just violating. You have decided, 22, so 2 plus 2 is 4. You guys have decided that you're going to be your own foundation. Where you previously was trying to find a strong foundation with, friends, family or partner, whoever has betrayed you, you're just kind of like, you know what, I'll be my own fucking foundation. How about that? Excuse my language. I'll be my own foundation, and I don't need you lot, because obviously you lot are unreliable, and you guys, what's the word? You guys are dishonest. You guys want to stab me in my back, so I'm not having it. Like, you guys have just decided you will be your own foundation. You will be your pillars. You will be your roof and pillars of your home. The home meaning that your soul, your body. Yeah. What's the tea on? Oh, and people know this, so they're kind of like, okay, pal number one is their own person now. Like, so previously, I said in the beginning how you guys, people are saying that you beg for people's approval. Now it's slowly turning into, okay, because you kind of are telling people to go away and back off now, or you're indirectly saying that because you're not talking to them. People are kind of like, okay, cool. So pile number one doesn't actually need anyone. They are their own person, and they're not really relying on people for that much attention as they did before. There's people saying that you're a bit mean as well. So all of a sudden you just have this, you're kind of mean to certain people. So you're not mean in general, but certain people that have upset you and betrayed you, you now have a very, it's not, I wouldn't say vim, but you have this type of attitude that's like, okay, fine, okay, why is this person talking to me? I don't really care. Okay, it's very, what do we have to talk about? And it lets them know that you really don't care what they have to say anymore, and that is the tea going on. Well, that is the tea that's being said about you, that you just don't care no more about people that have disrespected you. You don't care. And any relationship that's ended is ended. It's done. It's done. You don't need to get back into that. It's done now. I did all I could. I did, but they want to disrespect me, so it's done. You guys are fed up. I feel your energy. You're fed up with certain people. Obviously, I feel like you guys aren't really focused on, the past and what people have done yet. But I can tell when you think back at it. I know you lot are just like, oh, such a waste of negative energy. Okay, what's the tea on pile number one? That's too many cards. I can't take all that. I can't take all that. Okay, we have Faithless Ghost and the Haunted Girl, Ghost People. And we have Powerful Personal Growth. Yeah. So, Poe, time for change, to learn something new, to use technology and gadgets with wisdom. So, it's literally a thing where you guys have grown a lot. So when I look at this girl's eyes, she's just been hurt, and she's just said, I'm going to pick myself up, I'm going to dust myself off, and I'm going to try again. Obviously not with people that have disrespected me, but try again meaning like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, woe is me, let me just lay down and die. I'm just going to be like, okay, well, I'm going to get back up and do what I need to do, and hopefully I'll attract, nice people, and if I don't, it is what it is. I'm just not going to stick with toxicity though. So people see that, and they feel like you have shown a lot of personal growth, and it's quite powerful as well. And some people, 4 + 1 is 5, so some people are saying that you have changed. So that's confirming what I said before. Before you was this naive, lovely person, you got taken the piss out of, and now you're just like, you're not having it. You've just changed ultimately, and people are like, okay, they don't really know how to deal with this personality now, this evolved personality. Faceless Ghost of the Haunted Girl, Ghost People. So like, I feel like these are people from your past. You see these ghosts at the side trying to talk to you again, and you're just kind of like, I don't hear you lot, I don't see you lot, like, I'm focused. You guys are very focused on your goals now. Nothing anyone can tell you can stop you from doing what you need to do moving forward. And now people are trying to get to you. They're trying to stop you from getting to your goals. They're trying to get in your ears, and you're just like, no, you lot tried that before, but it's not going to work now. It's not going to work again. I'm not letting it. It's not happening. So, yeah. I'm telling you, there's people that's actually trying to mess up what you're doing. So, continue doing what you're doing. You seem to be doing a good job, especially with your career. So, don't worry about that. Keep doing that. Don't let anyone stop you. That's what I'd advise you. me coming from a personal place, don't let anyone stop you from doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. That's the best advice I could give you. But also, you are doing that anyway. So what I'm saying is keep it up. I feel like there's some people in your past that try to stop you from doing certain things, and achieving certain things. But because this is a general reading, people could have done this in many different ways. And I think you guys are realizing the ways that they try to do it. You guys are like, no, I'm not having it no more. You're not doing that to me. I'm gonna. People are upset because now they can't stop you from doing what you're doing. I feel like people were delaying you before, and you're like, no one's delaying me now because we're not friends no more. So what are you gonna do now? You go manipulate someone else, not pile number one. Pile number one's not having it. Do you know what I mean? Get additional information for pile number one. What's the tea on pile number one? What's the tea on pile number one? People can try and do some. As I just said, people try to invent ways to stop you from doing what you're doing, and it's not working. I feel like you're someone that used to try and find ways to solve a situation, meaning an argument with people, and now people are kind of saying you don't do that no more. You're not trying to mend anything with them, like you're not doing it anymore. What else? Organization, upright. People are saying your life is very organized now. Where before, I feel like before a lot of you just used to put a lot of priority on people that didn't really prioritize you, and I feel like it was making your life a bit disorganized, and people on the outside could see. For those that were in like toxic relationships, people can see that you got out of it, and you're focusing on perfecting yourself, and that could mean you're taking more pride in your appearance. That could mean you're practicing self-care. That could mean you're not trying to be friends with or be romantic with people that have that past behavior of the toxic people or the current behavior of the toxic people. You're just perfecting yourself in a sense. Obviously, no one's perfect, but people just like, you're just not having any type of nonsense in your life anymore. And you guys are very action oriented now. So I feel like the people you was with were trying to stop you from doing certain things. But also, it could also be a thing where you felt like you couldn't do certain things because you were obligated to these people. But now you guys are more active, you're doing more things, and people are saying that you're more active now since you stopped talking to certain people. And I feel like a lot of people are proud of you guys, but I feel like a lot of people are shocked at your behavior too, because I feel like a lot of people thought you was just going to let people rule you, like let people take over your whole life, or whether it's one person or a lot of people, and everyone's situation is different. People that know you thought that you was gonna let this person just ruin your life, or these people ruin your life, and you guys didn't. You guys said whatever, cool, and I'm gonna do what I need to do anyway. For some of you are traveling a lot more, and people are saying that. People are saying that, okay, pile number one's going places now since they stopped talking to certain people. Pile number one's going places since they started connecting with new people. Pile number one's going places since they started connecting with new business partners, since they started networking. But some of you could literally just be that, you guys are traveling to new places, new countries, and people are like, okay, pile number one, I see you. I didn't know you was gonna do all that. I thought you was gonna stay trapped. So yeah. But pile number one, that is your reading. If you would like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. If you would like what the hell? I normally say if you like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. I actually forgot what I say, guys. What the hell? Let me think about this. If you would like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. If you'd like to visit my TikTok page, the details are in the description box below. I'm going to have to stick with that because I forgot what I say, guys. Oh my gosh, maybe it'll come back to me when I do pile number two. But yeah, I'm going to go to pile number two now. Pile number two, this is if you chose I showed the label. If you chose the deodorant. People say that you're very... Purple reminds me of third eye chakra. You guys are very intelligent. That's the T. Guys are very strategic, you guys. You guys see things for what it is. You guys are very logical. You guys are on point. Because you know the deodorant's pointy. Some of you, they say you're a bit of a loner. And you feel like you're right about everything. Yeah, but these are people's opinions, you know. It doesn't necessarily have to be facts. I feel like sometimes you guys say certain things, but you sugarcoat it or you make it sound pretty so it doesn't sound as harsh or horrible, but it's still horrible. That's what some people are saying. Like sometimes you'll say something and you think you're making it sound nice, but you're just making it worse because you're making it sound pretty, but like it's like you're insulting the person because you should have just said it bluntly at this point, because I'm feeling a bit more offended that you have to say it in a nice way because you think I can't handle it. Like that's what some people think. But it is what it is. It is what it is. What is the T on pile number two? What is the T on pile number two? You're very sure of yourself. I couldn't help it. I had to, guys. People say you're very sure of yourself. If you make a decision, you're pretty much like, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to work out. I don't have much doubt in my decision. What is the gossip about pile number two? Or what's the tea about pile number two? Okay, Five of Swords. Yeah. People say like you're some sort of mastermind. You're good with your words. So people are kind of like, okay, pile number two is a bit, not that you're a trickster, but kind of, because you guys will say something in order to get your way, or you'll make a situation seem a certain way in order to get your way. I want to say manipulative, but I feel like there's so much negative connotation with that. I think it's more like, I literally have to say strategic, because I don't think you guys are out there trying to manipulate people into doing what you want, but you will make sure that you don't have the bad end of the deal when anything you do, and people think it's smart how you're able to do that. So I'm getting more to do with the way you speak, but is what you say and how you say it and when you say it, where you get people to think a certain way to benefit you, but it doesn't put them at a disadvantage. It's just things are likely to go your way. I don't know if you guys can understand that. Sometimes people want things to go their way and then they're causing the person a disadvantage at the same time. But with you guys, it's literally a thing where you're able to get your way, but it's not negatively affecting the other person. So people are just like, you're very strategic with the way you talk, and your ability to get what you want is amazing, really. And some people are saying this because you don't keep people close to you. Because you know how I said some of you are loners, because I was picking that up. Obviously, I don't mean that in a bad way, but some of you may like spending time by yourself a lot. People are like, you keep your friends at arm's length, at a distance, so that people can't dupe you because you're not having it. So that is the tea about you, if you didn't know. Power number 2. Also, people feel defeated when they're around you. Like, they just know once they start talking to you, it's kind of like, I'm not going to get my way in the end, am I? Because power number 2 is just not going to let me. They're going to try and they're going to use psychology on me to get their way. I just know it. So sometimes people kind of dread talking to you because they just know they're not going to get what they want at the end of it. It's for somehow magically you're going to get what you want at the end of that conversation, even though they've started the conversation or they've proposed something. They know you'll listen to them and be like, I don't agree with this, or I'm not really going to do that. So I'm going to give them a what's that saying? I forgot the saying. A something they can't refuse, basically. If you know, you know. But an offer they can't refuse. Temperance reversed. You guys aren't gonna like this. Some people actually think you're a bit crazy. I know that's very rude, but people kind of like English slang. We'd say you're taps, but I don't know how you'd say that in other countries. Just the way you think is very different. Where people kind of think there's some kind of chemical imbalance going on, like up here. They just think you think weird, you think oddly, and you behave a bit oddly as well. But when I say crazy, it's not the type of crazy, the commercial type of crazy you see on the TV and people like and doing the most like in the cartoons and that. No, it's a crazy where like he'll say something. It's like Joker crazy. Like, he's crazy but he's smart with it. Does that make sense? Like, that's the best person I can use, the Joker. Now I know some of you may find that very offensive because he actually is crazy, but I don't think it puts him at a disadvantage because he's very persuasive. He basically molded Harley Quinn, if you really look at it, into the person she is. I know she kind of went into the chemicals, that movie, you know, cool, fair enough. But she's a psychologist and he used psychology against her, and then she fell in love with him. Like, that's the type of vibe you don't give off to people, but people kind of think you're crazy too. Like, some of the things you say and your thought process. So, sorry if that's offensive, but that actually is the tea on you. But yeah. Some people feel like you have unbalanced relationships with people. So it's not really, if you have a relationship with someone, more time you're the dominant one. Or if you have a relationship with someone, you're the passive one, but really you're the dominant one. Like, it's not equal. If you have a friendship with someone or a relationship with someone, they want to be really close and lovey-dovey and kissy, and you guys are like, yeah. There's no balance, there's no equal give and take. Like, that's how people feel. And it cool, like physically you guys maybe buy, you know, your friends stuff and you do spend time with them, but these small things that I just said, it may be a bit imbalanced there, and people are kind of talking about that. What is the tea on pile number 2? I shuffled it the wrong way. Why do I keep doing that? Start that again. What's the tea on pile 2? The Ace of Cups. So Ace of Cups reversed. You guys are kind of ice cold. And that's not, I feel like this is not nice. This is what people are saying, guys. Whether it's true or not is a different story, but people are saying that you come across quite cold and quite calculated. And they really wonder, do you actually do you actually love people? Are you actually capable of that? And I know that's so rude, yeah, but this is the tea. People feel like you lose interest in other people quickly. So they're just like, there's no point, they'll tell people there's no point you getting close to part number 2, because they'll like you and then the next day or 2 weeks, they're over you, they're bored, you're not interested. People are kind of saying that you're friends with people, but it's not in a traditional, oh, you're my friend, I love you, I'll take care of you. It's like, you're my friend. You're not going to try and manipulate me, but we'll be friends. We can have a good time, but I'm not trying to get like really, really close to you, like emotionally. Like, no, it's not that thing. So this is the gossip about you and your personality. What is gossip about part number 2? Queen of Pentacles reversed. Guys, people, they don't, okay, the 9 of Cups, that's a good card, because, you know, it wasn't looking that great, part number 2, I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not looking that great. The Queen of Pentacles, okay, some of you, this is a trigger warning, so I'm actually gonna put that in the title, trigger warning, but some of you may have experienced a miscarriage, and I am sorry if you have. And that, unfortunately, that's being gossiped about. If someone knew, that's being gossiped about, I'm telling you right now. I don't know how, I'm sorry if I said that insensitively, but that's what I was picking up. For those that's not the case, some of you, people are kind of telling people how you're infertile. So if you are, like, be careful who you're saying that to, because that's going around. Some of you actually aren't, and is being said because maybe you guys don't want to settle down quick. And it's on top of the Temperance card reverse. So it's literally saying how because you think oddly, or people actually think that you may have like a mental health condition that you're not aware of, and because you don't want to do things traditionally, people are kind of like, why do you not have a child yet? Are you infertile or something? But they're too scared to say that to your face, so they're gonna say it behind your back and ask other people, is it part number 2 infertile or something? Because why are we not seeing their baby yet? Aren't they big 30 something? Aren't they big 20 something now? All their friends have babies, why don't they? I would say don't really listen to that. People are having babies in their late 40s. It is what it is. Like, it's your life. You don't need to be having children early if you don't want to have children early. What is this? But yeah, that is the gossip for some of you. For some of you, that actually is the case where you actually are infertile. And if you told someone, they wouldn't have told someone else. So yeah. For some of you, people are saying that you're quite stingy. So when it comes to like money and going out and that, you're not that generous with it. So that's going around. There could be a thing where you guys are actually just saving and you're not trying to, go out so much times and spend so much money, because you guys, I see you guys are very strategic people, so you guys are probably into saving and investing, so you're not probably not trying to do that. Maybe you're secretly trying to build a business and see how it goes, but obviously you're not going to tell people your business. I don't feel like this part tells people their business at all, so people are just assuming things, and the first thing they're assuming, because you're quite smart with your money, they're assuming that you're stingy. So there's that. But two, I'm saying two, I'm probably on point four with this card. But some people may be saying that you're not very, you don't act like the stereotypical woman. So if you're a woman, you know how stereotypical, I just hate this. I hate this, yeah, because my personality type is INTJ, and everyone knows that personality type, that is nowhere, that is not a woman at all. Like, they literally think like a man. If we're gonna go with the traditional way of thinking, it's very calculated. Is thinking before feelings. Is very right. And you guys, if you are women, you kind of fall into the not that specific personality, but it's similar in terms of you guys may behave a bit like a man, like so you guys may, when it comes to people explaining their emotions and crying and all that, you guys are looking at them like, okay, what do you want me to do about that? Where do we go from here? How do we fix it? You crying is not gonna solve the situation. So what? Like, you guys are very much like, what? Why this crying business? I understand you're upset, but like, we need to move forward. It's not. You're not very. What's the word when it comes to emotions and that? Is you guys just aren't with it. Like, I know that's kind of rude, but that's like me too. That you can only cry in my face for so long. I'm just gonna be like, so how do we solve it? Like. But it could also be a thing where I feel like if you are a woman, men kind of expect you to behave and maybe a submissive and I'm so sorry, but I personally feel like some men think that we're dumb. So they kind of expect you to be submissive and do what they say and basically be an idiot. And you guys are like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And that's the gossip about you. You just don't act the way a traditional woman acts. And I'm sorry if you're offended that that's the way I view a traditional woman, but these men actually want girls to be dumb, let them cheat, let them, just take the mickey. Because back in the day, that's what these women were allowing. So, like, now obviously women are kind of up there, especially in their career and that, and they don't have to stay home and be housewives, and they don't have to act submissive for money and all this. Like, men are upset, they're upset, and you guys are just like, yeah, I'm not behaving like this, I'm not. So people are kind of talking about that, but it's in a negative way. I'm letting you guys know, but it is what it is, right? If you feel that you're quite motherly and you fit into the traditional girly girl motherly way, then I don't know what to tell you, because people disagree. So they disagree. And if it's not that, then when it comes to looking after people, like providing for other people, you're not doing it. People feel like you don't take the initiative to do that, but you will find a way to get what you want though. So yeah. And some people feel like you're so focused on your career and money. Some of you is just actually money, but some of you is actually your career and education. You're so focused on that, you don't really care about anything else. So that's a rumor going around. But when you're ready to have fun, people like spending time with you. People do like spending time with you. So like, when it comes to like parties and events, you're really fun to be around. 100%. 100%. Are you the mother of the group? No. But it is what it is. When it comes to partying and that, you're fun. Don't get it twisted. And that's something that's a rumor that's going around. If you're a guy, I thought to mention this. If you're a guy, people kind of saying like, why haven't you found a wife yet? Why have you not settled down yet? What's going on? And some people, if you're a guy, some people might be saying how the women you pick up, they're not wife material. And I'm so sorry if I've offended anyone with this, but people are literally saying, if you have a girlfriend right now, they feel like she's not wife material. Like, that's how they feel. If you have a history of picking up certain women that aren't maternal or aren't, wife material that people traditionally make out, then that's being spoken about 100%. Even though you're kind of over it and you're doing your own thing, people are like, I don't know why pound number 2 picks up these type of women, is they're not wife material. I don't get it. Like, that's some things that are being said if you're a guy, if you're a straight guy. But yeah, let me see what else. Let's see some more information. What? What is the tea and gossip on pile number 2? What is the tea and gossip on pile number 2? That's too many cards. What's the tea and gossip on pile number 2? No. What the hell? Guys, like 6 cards keep coming out at one time. I'm not doing that. We're taking the cards that are flying out. This is ridiculous. I'm going to get annoyed. Maybe people could also be saying that you're quite impatient. Shallow grave, you miss someone. Reversed. People are like, you don't miss no one. You just keep it moving. Because people feel like because you don't actually have a deep connection with anyone you're friends with, or, with majority of your friends, let's say, people kind of like, you don't actually miss them. People sometimes feel like, some of you, there may have been an incident where someone's like, oh, like, have you spoken to Rob recently? Have you spoken to Fred recently? And you're like, who's that? And they're like, what? Wasn't you friends with them like 3 months ago? And you're like, oh, I forgot about that person. That was crazy. And you're not even, sometimes people make that up, so that they don't look like they're fixated on that person. No, you guys genuinely forgot about the person. Like, you forgot you was even speaking to them. So people kind of like, okay, like, you just don't care. Some people might be like, oh, don't you feel like you need to heal a bit from talking to Xavier or something? And you guys are like, heal from what? I don't care no more. I don't care. I'm trying to live my life. No one cares about him. Come on. So, like, people are like, wow, like, so you just don't care. You do not miss no one. Like, that rumor going around. Let me see what else. That is actually hilarious. Part number 2, you just don't give a fuck. You just don't care. What is the gossip on pile number 2? Stifled, bored and stuck. Violet Duchess. Okay, some of you, you're not changing your behaviour and people can see this. So where pile number 1, they were showing evolution and change. You guys are kind of doing opposite. You guys are kind of stuck in your ways. Like, that's the rumour going on about you guys. You guys have been this way since day dot, and people kind of like, are you going to be a bit more open? Are you going to let your guard down a bit? Are you going to be a bit more loving? Are you going to be a bit more traditional? And you're like, no, B. I'm gonna continue being where I am. What is this? And people are like, pile number two is never gonna change. This is how they are. Like, they literally everything I just said. People assuming of you. This is they feel like you're just gonna stay like this. And they don't feel like you're changing at all. Um, People also feel like, well, you got the Violet Duchess stifled, bored, and stuck. So people feel like you're just really, you have a really you have a resting bitch face, guys. I'm sorry to tell you, some of you do. Like when people talk to you, your face is like, so you like literally you look like this woman. If you're a man, you have her face expression. You're just like, it looks like you're disinterested. It looks like you don't really care what people have to say. I feel like when people give you ultimatums and they make a big drama, you're just like, if someone said if someone came to your face and said they're gonna kill you, you're gonna be like, okay, do it. I fucking dare you. Excuse my language. I dare you. I dare you. I'm not phased at all. Let's go. Let's get it. It's very, not much can phase you. And people are just like, that's a bit scary. And this is why some of you, they feel that you're quite tapped, because they're just like, certain things should create fear, anxiety in people. Certain things should create some love or in some people. You guys are like, we may actually create these feelings inside, internally, externally. The people think that you're not feeling anything because your face is. So yeah, people think that you're quite. Some people might say you're quite bored with your life. Some people might say you're quite bored, and I did say this. Some of you are in connections with people, and you may feel bored with them, and you may not. But this is how people are viewing it. Like, you don't actually really like your friends. You're just friends with them for a friend's sake, or you're just friends with them to get something out of them at this point, because they don't feel like it's because of the love. They don't feel like there's love there. So yeah, that's really sad. And you know what's sad? I feel like pile number two is very misunderstood. I feel like you guys are misunderstood. I feel like you guys feel stuff, but you don't show it, right? You don't show it, so people assume you just don't have a heart. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. But people, yeah, they feel like you're just pretty much stuck with your behavior. You just behave like this, and this, you just don't see nothing wrong with it, and it is what it is. No one can tell you nothing about it, because you won't listen anyway. So that's actually funny. What is the tea on pile number two? The signs are with you already. Snow angel 4. So guys, I swear it's constant resting bitch face. Like constant. You guys, a lot of you have this face. A lot of you have this face and you can't help it. I knew, because obviously the deodorant says sure, right? And then the signs are with you. That just kind of confirms that you guys are just sure of your behavior. I behave this way because I'm going to get this result, and that's it. Why am I going to behave the way you guys want me to behave, and then I get duped? I'm not getting duped. I've been behaving this way since day dot. I've been getting what I want from this by acting like this. It's not even acting. This is how I am. I've been getting what I want from behaving like this. So why would I change it? Like, that's how people think you think. So some of you actually think like this, and then some of you may not, but that is what's being said about you. Like, you can't tell pile number two anything, because they know, and they're correct. Okay, and I feel like majority of the time you are correct, but then sometimes you may not, and people kind of like, you still can't tell pile number two anything because they think they're correct all the time. So that is the gossip and the tea about you. Aloha healing reverse. So some of you, gossip is you haven't healed from a situation. This is why your guard is up. You haven't healed from a toxic person, because the Queen of Pentacles, I think that's just, it could be a toxic woman, but it could also be a woman that's a bit unbalanced in a sense too. And they feel like you went through something and this is why you behave like this and you just won't change now. Like it's just I want to use my English slang, but I can't because I feel like I'm going to use it, and then people that live in different places as well, they're not going to get what I'm saying. I'm going to say tragic. It's quite tragic. Okay, I'm going to use these cards. It's Gods and Titans deck. What's the tea on pile number 2? What's the tea on pile number 2? What's the tea on pile number 2? What's the tea? Discovery Maui. Okay, this could literally just mean people find you quite adventurous. It could also mean that you realize a lot quite quickly. So as much as people may say that, you're crazy, the way you think is a bit jokerish, you still catch on to the way people think quite easily, and you discover people's personality quite quick. And that is something people are talking about because they don't know how you do that. Normally people kind of have to get burnt to understand how someone really is, or they have to see a few red flags before. You may see one red flag and you're like, yeah, they're like this and that's it, no one can tell me nothing, and more time you're correct. But there could be a situation where this person has shown no red flags, and just by their aura or their vibe, you're like, something's wrong with that one. People are like, you're very skeptical, pile number 2, like that you have no proof that they're a certain way. You're like, no, mark my words, there's something wrong with that one there, and I'm correct. And when I'm correct, let me know. And I guess this happened majority of the time where you've been correct, but you've just seen it before any major red flags. And people are like, how did you know that? How did pile number 2 know that? So that's something that people are talking about. Okay, so Maui, he just looks like if you said hi to him, he looks like he's just like, what do you want? What do you actually want from me? So people kind of feel like they'll speak to you, but you think that someone always wants something from you, or someone always trying to use you. You feel like people don't speak to you, and they're just genuinely a nice person. Like, to you, that's a unicorn. So people kind of feel like, and this may not be true, but this is what people are saying, right? So it's a thing where people feel like they can't really, you're quite unapproachable, because obviously it's bad enough that, you have the resting bitch face, but like, now you're starting to look suspicious of people while they're talking to you too, if you didn't know. So people are kind of like, I don't think pile number 2 likes me, because they're looking at me a bit weird when I'm talking to them, like I want something from them, and that's not the friendship. Yeah, but they're kind of acting like I'm trying to use them or something, and that's making me feel a bit weird. So that is a rumor going around, if you didn't know. That's a rumor going around, if you didn't know. If you didn't know. I can't, no. That's too many cards. We're not doing all that. What's the tea on pile number 2? What's the tea on pile number 2? What's the tea in pile number 2? Oh my gosh, guys, it's just serious. No, you don't actually have a serious face. No one can tell me nothing. No one can tell me you not pile number 2. You can't tell me nothing. You guys have a resting bitch face, or your face is very intimidating or serious, right? Because people really think that you're just not with the bullshit. Like, they really think that you're scary. Literally, people are actually scared of you. Pile number 2, you scare people. One, obviously, because they feel that, you know, you're quite, as I said, you're a bit like Joker in a sense. Obviously, not going around killing people, but, you know, but it's just like, they're scared to approach you. And some people know is you do this. You do this to protect yourself. This is why Anubis protection is here. You do this to protect yourself. You're like, no one's taking the mickey out of me. And I'm gonna let people know, as soon as they talk to me, no one's taking the mickey out of me. I'm going to give them a serious look. Like, I'm a serious person. Don't take the mickey out of me. And people are like, Hanwati doesn't need to do all that. Like, that's just so unnecessary. No one's trying to take the mickey out of you. Calm down. And yeah, I know it sounds like I repeated myself, but obviously the card's just confirming what I'm saying. Aries war. People are like, they don't want it with you. War. They don't want no war with you. They're like, no, I don't even want it with pile number 2. Yeah, I don't want it with pile number 2. People go to other people when they're like, I wouldn't even try pile number 2. Don't do it. You're gonna feel dumb. You're gonna look dumb. They'll say something in front of people, like, you'll be there because they're not scared to say it to your face. They will tell you about yourself in front of people and make you look dumb, 100%. If you try to fight them, they will fight you because they was waiting for you to do that anyway. So there's no point you even doing that to yourself. Like, pile number 2 will also get revenge on you. So, and they'll do it in a calculated way. It's better to get revenge from an idiot than revenge from a calculated person, because you don't know how they're going to attack you. So people are like, pile number 2, I don't want it from them. You don't want it from them. They're telling their friends, you don't want it from pile number 2. You don't want that smoke. That's a smoke you do not want. You don't want that. You don't want it. So yeah, people are saying they wouldn't even dare. They wouldn't even try you. People that know you, they're like, they wouldn't even try you. They wouldn't even do that to themselves. So people are actually scared of you. Are you guys that scary? Don't even kill me. But that was your reason, pile number 2. If you like this video, like, subscribe to my channel. That's what I was supposed to say. I didn't say that at pile number 1. I was like, I normally say something. If you like this video, like, subscribe to my channel. If you would like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. You can also follow my TikTok page. Details are in the description box below. But now I'm going to go to pile number 3, which was the mask. Pile number 2, you scared me. I'm scared. Fucking hell. I'm scared. You guys are scary. You guys probably like, I'm not even that scary. I didn't even do it. Okay, well, you scare people. Okay. Pile number 3. This is if you chose the mask. I can't. No, I need to clear the energy, because pile number 2. They're intimidating, man. They're scary. I'm burning sage, yeah. Nah, because I need to clear the energies. That's crazy. I actually need to clear the energy. Sorry, guys. Like, I don't even mean to delay your reading. I'm gonna do. No. Pile number 2 was something else. Like, from the beginning to the end, calculated. Cool. So it's clear energy now. It's clear energy now. Let's go. Pile number 2. So people could be saying how you don't talk too much. You're sneaky. You guys are sneaky. So people are kind of like, you see pile number 3, yeah? There's some information I would like to know about them, but I don't know it. And they're not telling me. People feel like they try to get information out of you. They try to poke you for information, and you're like, I don't know nothing. Okay. People are like, how was your day today? It was good. What did you do? I went to work. So people are just like, why pile number three, they don't speak much. What is that about? People also feel like you're a bit of a neat freak. So people might say, if you don't put things in a certain place, or you don't put things back, or if you're just untidy, pile number three is going to be very irritated with you. They're going to cuss you out, or they're going to look at you like, if they don't know you like that. But I feel like majority of you don't really speak your mind anyway, not because you're scared to, but because you're like, these imbeciles, I ain't got time for it. So a lot of you kind of would look at someone a bit weird if they was a bit untidy, and they can help it, because some people are a bit untidy, but it's because they may have like an illness or something like that, so you can't really look down on them. So I don't think you guys are like that. But obviously, if someone can actually look after themselves and they're just refusing to do it, and like, you guys may be irritated when people smell, you guys may be irritated when people like won't clean up, you guys are just like, this is a bit unnecessary. You have two hands, like, clean, like, what the fuck. So I'm sorry that I'm swearing a lot, I need to stop. But yeah, that is some of you. Some of you are just very healthy. Some of you may be scared. So it could literally be where some of you were just some of you were quite frantic during the pandemic. Some of you may have gone through a lot of stuff during the pandemic. Now, I know a lot of people went through the stuff during the rise of the pandemic. I wouldn't say is coming down, because obviously we're hearing certain stuff going on in other countries. But when it just started, I feel like you guys were like one of the most frantic people in your circle. Like, oh my gosh, no, I need to protect myself. Do you know what I mean? So even though that was I wouldn't say that was in the past, but even though that maybe was a while ago, people kind of may still be talking about it. Remember when pile number three was going on during the beginning of the pandemic? That was serious, And some of you may still be behaving. Sorry, this isn't even a joke. Let me stop. I'm not gonna laugh during this, because like, some people went through some really bad times during that time. But some of you may be very what's the word? You guys may sanitize a lot. You guys may take extra care of yourself and that during this time. And people kind of like, okay, wow, pile number three is really overdoing it. So, but obviously they're not going to tell you nothing, because people should still be sanitizing and doing that anyway. But there's some people that kind of don't take the pandemic that seriously, so they're just like, it's a bit extra, So that maybe some rumors going around. Some of you may be keeping to yourself a lot more, and people are like, okay, it's a bit weird, it's a bit odd. Part of who's keeping to themselves a bit more, they're usually out with me, but okay. So some of you, they may feel like you kind of ghosted them, but let's go. Some of you may work in hospitals. Some of you may be carers. Some of you may be nurses. Some of you may be doctors. But let's do it. Let's go. But I feel like you guys are very careful with how you say certain things. I mean, it's similar to part number one, but it's not so much you guys want to get along with everyone and kumbaya. It's more you guys are like, is that necessary to say? If it's not necessary to say, then I'm not going to say it. And people kind of like, just say it. What the hell? Just say it with your chest, part number three. What is this? But obviously, you guys have like a different thought process. And some people that obviously they don't appreciate, because they feel like it's a bit I don't want to say fake, but yeah, some people think it's a bit fake, guys. But everyone's different. I understand why you're not going to say it bluntly, because not everyone's blunt, but there's some people that prefer bluntness, so you have to respect that. People are going to just say it's a bit weird, right? Even though they should respect that you don't want to talk so much. What the hell? Some people are upset that they don't know your business. I'm going to let you know that too. They're really upset. They really want to know your business and you won't tell them. What's the tea on pile number 3? Okay, well, they just flew out, guys. They just flew out. 8 of Wands reversed. So, you are refusing to have sexual relations with someone, and that is going around, by the way. So there could be someone that you just kind of said, I don't really want to talk to you no more. I don't want to be intimate with you no more. I don't want to do it no more. And the person's just like, what? And they're going around asking people like, why don't Pile Number Three want to be intimate with me no more? Like, what is that about? Like, what did I do? I didn't do anything. I thought it was going so well. Like, if anything, they're making themselves look pretty like sad and they're embarrassing themselves. But for some of you that actually did that to someone recently, they're asking their friends why that's going on. They may be asking your friends or people, just not to your face, but this is going on behind your back. People just want to know why you ain't being intimate with someone anymore. Some of you stopped talking to someone. That's it. Some of you stopped going to see someone often. It is talking, but it is that you stopped talking, but it's also that you stopped going to see them so often. It's not that you're not friends anymore, but it's just that you just not seeing them as often as you usually do, and they're just kind of like, did I do something? And they kind of feel like even if they ask you, did I do something, you're gonna be like, no, we're good. So they feel like you're just gonna be fake with your answer. So they're just like, I won't know why Pile Number Three won't see me. I don't know why they're not spending that much time with me, but you know, okay. So they're kind of feeling a bit stuck and a bit confused by your actions. Some of you, they're saying you're very uptight. So as I said, some of you kind of have this neat, healthy type of vibe going on. And you're kind of known for that. So people kind of, for some of you, people, okay, I have to remind myself of putting trigger warning in the title. Some of you, they feel like, is Pile Number Three a virgin? Because the way they're going on like they ain't had someone between their legs or something, because they're going on very, in the Caribbean we say stush, but like I don't know what you'd say in another country. How would you say in another country? You're basically acting very uptight, like to some people, and you're kind of acting like, I don't sleep with just anyone, and you shouldn't sleep with just anyone. But people just have a problem with that. So I don't know why your sex life is such a big deal to some people, but they're just like, what's with the secret? Or they're just like, so have you not slept with anyone? Are you that like scared? But for you lot, it's not even that deep for you lot, but you're just like, I don't need to be flinging my private parts everywhere. I don't need to be giving it to someone. I can stay with myself and fine by myself. And people for some reason want to just talk about your lack of sex life, or they want to talk about the fact of, you know, why you won't be intimate with a particular person, or why you won't go and see a particular person. So yeah, there's that. Some of you aren't going to travel much. You aren't going out traveling a lot. So you guys may be someone that likes to go out and do a lot of things, but recently you haven't really been doing that. I can understand that, like there's a pandemic going on, but people are just kind of like, okay, so obviously in England now, I say everything's pretty much open. We can't party yet. I guess we'll be able to party like next month. Hopefully I didn't jinx that. But we can't go out clubbing yet, but we can go out to the restaurant and all that. There's a capacity, and you know what I mean. But I don't know how it is in America, but the thing is, and other places. But the thing is, people are like, you used to go out, you still can go out. Why are you not doing it? And for some of you, it's literally the reason of there's a pandemic. Like everyone needs to calm down until this is completely gone. And for some of you, it's you just don't want to, right? Why do you need a reason? Why do you need to explain yourself to other people? But people are like, that's just weird. You don't want to go out anymore. They just find that a bit odd. You don't want to travel more. You don't want to go to new places. What's going on? Some people, okay, you may have gone through some bad luck recently. Some of you may have lost money. Some of you may have there's so many things that can represent bad luck, but some of you have gone through a hard time right now. Usually you guys are quite lucky people, but recently it's just been going downhill. Sorry if it is, but you guys have to remember, with bad luck here, or when things go a bit bad, it's only temporary. It's not permanent. You know what I mean? It's just a rough time, probably to teach you a lesson about something, and then you move forward, and then you get a bit of good luck. You know, as long as I personally feel that as long as you're a good person, you should be fine. It's just a phase. But people are kind of like, you're going through a bad time right now. Oh, okay. Some of you a close one hasn't been feeling that well recently, and this is why you've kind of been a bit closed off. So I'm sorry if that is the case, and I hope they get a bit better. But for some of you, it's just bad luck in other areas outside of like friends, family, and like, people. And people are just like, that's really sad. They're kind of talking about your losses to each other. Like, did you hear the other day pile number 3 went through this? Wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. You know, the tea, the gossip. Yeah, so in terms of like bad luck and bad things happening, you've come up in a few conversations. But obviously you guys would know what in particular that is, because this is a general reading. What is the tea on pile number 3? I'm shuffling the wrong way. Okay, what is the tea on pile number 3? Oh, okay, you have the Hanged Woman reversed and the Star reversed. So people are saying that you're hiding. Oh, okay. Some of you are hiding. The 3 of Swords is at the bottom of the deck, so this could actually have to do, the reason you are being distant from people and things have gone a bit bad, and you're just being very stagnant, is because it could have to do with another person in your life. So as I said, some people, you know, they may have like a family member or friend that's not feeling that well, and you know, that's probably made them a bit sad and depressed recently. But for some people it could be a thing where they've recently gone through heartache or heartbreak. Maybe they was in a third party situation, or maybe they've just like broken up with a partner, and they've decided to retreat. They've decided to stay home and just try and heal. And people obviously don't know that because you haven't said anything. But yeah, like that is the gossip. Some people, they don't know your situation and they're just like, why are you, you know, you're staying away from us, I don't get it. And some of them do know your situation, but you don't want to speak about it in depth, which is understandable. And they're just kind of like, pile number 3 is not going out much and not doing the most, because obviously they've gone through a bad time with this person, or they're someone that they love is experiencing a bad time, so they're going through a bad time. And yeah, that's being gossiped about, by the way. People are saying that you feel quite hopeless. You feel quite sad. Some of you kind of so some of you had like a business idea and you wanted it to go really well and it didn't go well, and I feel like some of you are a bit embarrassed about it, so you've retreated. Some of you expected to be quite popular, so you may have made a move that, you know, maybe was supposed to attract fans, and it may have been the wrong decision or a bad move and it backfired, and now you guys are like, this is too embarrassing, I can't go outside, I actually ruined my reputation. And people are kind of like, it's not that deep, you can come outside, like it was one business error, it's fine. It was one hiccup in you know, the public eye, is fine. And you're like, nope, I'm not going outside, forget that, that's embarrassing, I can't deal with it. So that's for some of you. For some of you, it's just literally a thing where people kind of feel like you feel quite hopeless right now. You feel like things aren't going the way you want, and that is the tea. So this may not necessarily be true. You guys might be like, I'm just at home chilling, what the hell? But people are literally like, pile number 3 is probably going through some sort of depression or something, because I don't really understand. They're kind of acting like it's the end of the world out here. So these are opinions, right? Let's get additional information. What is the tea on pile number 3? Some of you are doing yoga or a physical exercise a lot more these days, but it's caused you to kind of like not focus so much on your friends and family or people close to you, and they're kind of talking about, wow, I actually got ditched for like a physical activity, but you know what, it's fine, it's okay, it's not okay, they're actually very sorry about it. But yeah, some of you that is the case. Oh my gosh, okay, some of you, you're actually quite some of you actually are quite sexually active, and there's no judgment. That's your life, is your business, you get me? But people kind of like, Panel Free needs to calm down. Don't they know there's a pandemic going on? This is for small percentage. I think it was more of the first thing I said. Some people kind of like, you're really out here having sex with random people, and you need to stop because you don't know what they have. Like, you don't know what they have, and it's not healthy. They think that you need to chill because you're just doing too much. So that's for some of you. Those are for the ones that are hypersexuals, in it. But for the ones where obviously they've gone through heartbreak, people are like, okay, you need to move on now. Like, you're actually crying over this person, like, get over it. And obviously people can't tell you to do that. Well, they can, but it's not right. But yeah, it's like two different spectrums, but you'll know which one you're in, if there even is a person that you're intimate with or was. I hope there's no little children watching my channel. You need to come off my channel if you're young, you know, because I put no is not for kids on the thing. I know that's to probably remove me from YouTube Kids, yeah, but no, if you know, I feel like if you're under 16, you should be watching my things, so you need to come off my page. Thank you. I'm gonna say that in the nicest way I can. Okay. What's the tea on pile number 3? That no, that's too many. No, that's too many cards. Okay, so this one of the cards wanted to. Okay, we have your sensuality is beautiful. So people are saying, you know, pile number 3 is sexy. They're sexy. They're sexy. They look good. You guys, people are saying that you're very seductive. And the thing is, it's effortless. You guys don't try to be. So what's kind of, could we say ironic? What's kind of funny is you guys are actually, you know, either practicing abstinence, or you're just like trying to stay away from people right now. But what's funny is people are still saying that you're very sexy, you're very sexually attractive, and there's nothing that can basically stop that. No matter how you behave, you'll still be very attractive to people. People are saying that you're very beautiful as well. So you guys are very, not only are you sexy, you're very beautiful too. Very beautiful. I was supposed to take this one. Oh, sorry. Okay. Mend a broken heart, fairy healing from heartache. Yeah. So some of you actually have. Okay. So trigger warning again. Some of you may have actually lost someone. I was feeling that, but I didn't want to say that. Some of you may have lost someone. It could, unfortunately, have been through the pandemic, and I'm sorry if this has happened. So you guys are feeling like you need to retreat and you don't really want to talk to much people. But obviously some people are taking this the hard way because they're not really thinking, why. They're not thinking that that is a valid reason for someone wanting to retreat and stay at home. But then some people are like, I understand that. I understand you have lost someone, so you're not really going out like that. And they're a bit concerned they're a bit concerned for you because they want to be there for you, but they feel like you won't let them be there for you. Some of you, it could have literally just been like a romantic relationship that went wrong, and you guys haven't healed from it yet. So you're isolating so you can heal. And some people know this, and some people are selfish, as I said, and they just want to spend time with you. They don't care that you went through that. They feel like you should get over it. But personally, I feel like if you need time to heal and you need to take that away from people, then that's what you need to do and forget what they think, because you're This is your body, this is you. They're not you. You know what's good for you, you know what I mean? So yeah. What's the tea and pile number 3? This card loves to come out. We have, I meant this card. I feel that, has it come out on all 3 readings? Probably. Sea storm, calm amid chaos, reverse. So people feel that you're being a bit too calm. Okay, you guys may have gone through something rough. And I do strongly feel like it's got to do with another person, and you guys are just acting very calm, like, okay, it is what it is, it's happened, and you're still trying to function, but it's still chaotic. Like, the energy is still chaotic, and that people feel like you're not really responding away someone grieving, or someone, you know, it's still grieving, whether it's a relationship or a person, but someone grieving, you're not really behaving a way that people traditionally behave, and people are a bit concerned about that because you're a bit too calm. So that is a rumor going around. And then we have faceless ghosts and the haunted girl ghost people. So some of you, see how her face is just like people trying to talk to you, and you're not listening. I feel like you guys are very traumatized still, or you're very upset still, and you're trying to understand the situation properly that's just occurred. Or you're trying to understand yourself, and you know how I don't know how to explain it. You know when someone goes through something traumatic, and I have to use these 2 examples. Obviously, when someone loses someone, or when someone breaks up with someone, a lot of the time they just sit there and stare into space, because they're just like, I can't believe this has happened. And people are trying to talk to you, and you know, spend time with you, and you're just like, you can't even focus on them, because you can't even believe and fathom what's happened. So people are just like, wow. So as I said, people feel like you're really going through it. They really feel like you're going through it. Some people feel like you're not accepting what's happened. Okay, I would just like to say number 2's reading was quite humorous, so I'm sorry if you felt offended, if I've kind of had a giggling kind of effect in the beginning of this reading, because this is not funny, and I literally was I was coming off the energy of pile number 2. I knew I had to sage the place as well, because I felt number 3 was going to come with a completely different energy. And yeah, so I'm going to apologise to you guys if you felt like it was rude that I was laughing. And that. I wasn't laughing at this situation. It was the pile number 2. Like, it was a completely different situation. But again, I'm sorry for you guys, and I hope you guys heal. What's the tea on pile number 3? Some of you, it may not even be a person, or it may not have to do with a person. It could be a thing where you may have lost your job. You've experienced a loss regardless, and it's caused you to isolate yourself from people, and people are concerned. What's the tea in pile number 3? That was sideways. Okay, cool. Leadership reverse. So we have Zeus, leadership reverse. People feel like you don't have any guidance right now. 1, because you won't let anyone in, and which, you know, is understandable right now, because, you know, a lot's happened. And 2, it could be a thing where they feel like you don't have much support around you right now. You don't have like a adult figure, or anyone there to support you right now, and people are concerned about that, and they feel like you should, but they feel like even if they tried to get that to work, you would be like, no, I'm fine, I'm good. I don't need no leadership figure. I don't need Zeus. I'm good. I'm Zeus. I'm good. So people kind of like, I don't even know how I'm going to help pile number pile number 3 because they wouldn't accept help. Ecstasy. So some of you, as I said, there was a percentage of you that was something bad has happened and you've said, F this, I'm gonna have the time of my life. I'm gonna go out and do the most. And it's reckless. And people are like, you're doing too much. I know you're going through something, but this is not the way to deal with it. So people are kind of saying, yeah, pile number 3's kind of lost their mind a bit because obviously they're grieving, but the way they're dealing with it isn't right. So some of you that are going out a bit too much, and it's too much because it's just reckless because you're not grieving, so you're not thinking about what you're doing. Like, this is what people are saying. And for those that aren't really going out much, this is basically saying people like spending time with you. People feel like you just need to relax, have a good time. Some people might be saying maybe it's better if, we bring pile number 3 to a spa, something where they can relax. Something therapeutic, because you need something therapeutic right now. And some people, like your close ones, are planning to do that for you soon. Because they feel like you need it. Because I feel like people feel that you're very stressed. And this is just a cherry on the top, this incident that's happened. And people really want to be there for you and they want you to have a good time. So, yeah. Expect someone soon to be like, okay, pile number 3, do you want to go here? Do you want to go here? If you're kind of thinking, why are they doing that? It's because they think that you're overstressed and you need that therapeutic activity. We have ACAT dedication. So a lot of you I feel like a lot of you are just focused on like, it's not even focused. You guys are actively doing. So you guys are doing your work. So if you guys something horrible has happened and you guys have to go to work, you're like, I still got to go to work. I still got to make this money, so I'm going to go. You're very dedicated to your job. You're very dedicated to your career. I still got to do this exam, so I'm going to do it. Some people are kind of like, oh no, like I can't even focus. You guys are like, no. Money I for make, I still need to do things. So people find that you're very you're very dedicated to what you need to do, even when something tragic has happened. So you're very high functioning, they feel. And yeah, again, Garuda travel reverse just kind of confirms that the percentage of you that just aren't going out, and people are actually talking about it. And again, they think it's weird because you're someone that normally goes out. So yeah. People want to ask, as I said, straight from the beginning, inquiries reverse. People want to ask you certain things, but they can't because they feel like you won't be honest about it, or that you're going to keep it short and that like nothing's wrong. So, yeah, that's your reading pile number 1. Pile number 1? That was weird. Why did I say that? Okay, that was your reading pile number 3. If you would like a personal reading, the details are in the description box below. If you like this reading, like and subscribe to my channel. If you would like to follow my TikTok page for short readings, the details are in the description box below. But I'm going to go now. Bye, guys.